Hi, this is Jake from Optimus Forex, and in this video, we'll be covering the MetaTrader 5 Forex trading platform. Now, more specifically, we'll be diving in and giving a general overview of the entire MetaTrader 5 platform, including its highly used and most requested features. Now, not only will we be giving a general overview, but we'll also be giving our own review of MetaTrader 5, so feel free to stick around for our thoughts and opinions on this trading platform. Now, first up, it is worth mentioning that the base version of MetaTrader 5 is absolutely free. So from performing fundamental and qualitative to technical and quantitative analysis, MetaTrader 5 essentially includes deep in-depth functionality with numerous add-ons through its huge marketplace of third-party services. Now again, it is so popular, and one of the contributing factors of its popularity is due to the fact that it's free and the ability to essentially search for endless add-ons either through third-party services or through its MQ-05 coding language database. Now, on the topic of MQ-05, this is one of the other reasons that contributes to the highly popular success of MetaTrader 5. Now, MQ-05 is also known as the MetaQuotes Language 5. Now, this is a specialized high-level object-oriented programming language that allows creating trading robots and technical indicators on the platform. Now, it is based on the concepts of the well-known and popular C++ programming language. However, due to its narrow specialization, MQ-05 thrives in financial market programming challenges. Now, like I mentioned, MQ-05 supports creating trading robots and technical indicators. Now, MQ-05 does offer numerous functions for quote analysis, as well as the aforementioned built-in technical indicators, functions and tools that can help you control trading positions. And due to these possibilities of the programming language, all analytics and trade operations can be processed entirely by these MQ-05 applications. So essentially, the possibilities are endless. And one of the great things about the MQ-05 coding language and the MQL coding database is users and traders can essentially build on existing or pre-existing code. So if a user does decide to share their code for, let's say, a simple moving average indicator, this indicator code can essentially be built on by a trader down the line in the future to develop in more advanced code per se. So again, there are essentially unlimited combinations in how this trading and coding language can be used. It's just up to the user to put their mind to the MQ-05 coding language and develop a code of their own to either support an existing trading method or to create a new one. Now, as I said, the MQ-05 programming language, they do have different properties and purposes that can be taken advantage of. So for example, as I did mention previously, trading robots can be created using the MQ-05 coding language. Now, a trading robot is essentially an application designed for price analysis and trading in financial markets. Now, trading robots can analyze the market situation and execute the assigned trading operations based on such analysis. Now, such comprehensiveness allows trading robots to completely take away humans' place when trading in financial markets. So, other than trading robots, other features that can be created and utilized by the MQ-05 coding language are things as custom indicators, which essentially act as a technical indicator intended exclusively for the analysis of currencies, stocks, and other asset classes. Now, contrary to built-in technical indicators, this kind of instrument can be created by traders and execute any algorithm. It is worth mentioning, though, technical indicators do not have access to trading functions and cannot execute trading operations. Now, another feature that can be created is a script. Now, a script is a program intended to perform specific actions at a particular time. These programs also access all analytical and trading functions. So contrary to expert advisors, scripts execute trade transactions only once. So as you can see, you may want to code several different options here when using the MQ5 coding language. For example, you may need a trading robot to analyze the custom indicators that you have created, and based off that, either create a script or have the trading robot utilize the method and essentially place your trades for you. Now, because this is a coding language, it can get very complex, and the possibilities are essentially infinite. So besides the previously mentioned functions that we have just touched on, one of the last functions that we'd like to touch on regarding the MQ5 coding language is the library function. And the library acts as a set of custom functions, and it is intended to store and distribute commonly used parts of custom programs. So as you can see here, in the hands of the right coder or trader, the MQ5 coding language can be highly utilized to increasingly amplify a trader's coding experience. With the use of trading robots, custom indicators, scripts, and libraries, the trader does essentially have endless possibilities in what they can create and how they can increase their own trading experience. Now, with custom applications, which have been created using MQ5, this, once again, as I previously mentioned, can significantly enhance traders' potential when using the MetaTrader 5 trading platform. Traders have the ability to create their own trading robots and technical indicators to explore new trading possibilities. So as I mentioned previously, one of the great things about the MQ5 community and the programming language in general is the fact that many traders do build on pre-existing code created on MQ5. So what I mean by that is a previous trader may have created a piece of a trading robot. This trading robot works as intended, but let's say another trader comes along the line, likes the trading robot, but feels that he needs to tweak certain parts of the method or a certain part of the code to match his own trading style or method. The great thing about the MQ5 coding language is the MQ5 codebase. Now, this is essentially a forum where traders and like-minded people essentially share their pre-existing code for free, or through different third-party sources. Traders can potentially pay freelance coders to utilize their own MQ5 language code in their own version of MetaTrader 5. Now, this website can actually be accessed directly through the Help tab of MetaTrader 5. So if we turn back to the platform homepage here, head over to the Help tab, you'll notice there is an entire section in multiple tabs related to MQ5. Now, all these tabs do refer back to the MQ5 website, but if you'd like the general overview of the entire site, I would suggest to open up the MQ5 website tab. Now, this will open up the MQ5 website in your preferred web browser, and from here we can see the tabs up top are essentially in coordination with our Help tab here. So once you're on the site, you feel free to jump around. But many coders and traders looking to utilize pre-existing code should look at the code base here. This is where you will find all pre-existing code. And as you can see, you can filter based off the type of code or the function that you'd like to utilize or look at. So for example, I may want to look at a MetaTrader 5 indicator. So I can click that on the left-hand side here. And then we can scroll through the various different indicators here that have been created by other users. And as you can see, they are rated on a scale of 1 to 5. So let's say, for example, we do click on one of the pre-existing indicators here. As you can see, this has been supplied by a user on the forum here. And we can simply download this code straight through MetaEditor, which is essentially the compiler for the MetaTrader 5 platform. Now, MetaEditor will be downloaded with and along with the MetaTrader 5 platform, so there's no need to worry about that. But as you can see here, it is extremely beneficial to coders and maybe even new coders out there that would like to attempt their own scripts and indicators, but build on something that has been pre-built by another experienced trader out there. Once again, the possibilities are truly endless, and the community is great with MT5. All right, so now that we have a layout customized for ourselves, we can begin to customize our platform even more. Now, it's worth mentioning that essentially all the customization can be accessed through either the submenus up top, the toolbar running across the top of the screen here, or by right-clicking the widget you'd like to customize. I prefer to right-click the particular widget so you get those settings sensitive to only that widget. So as you can see here, if we take a right click on our Canadian versus Swiss franc chart, we can now begin to customize the different options here. So as you can see, we actually have a quick buy feature essentially by right clicking. So if you right click either below, this will give you the option for a buy limit. And as in below, I mean the current price indicator that is running across our screen. If we click above, we'll get a sell button essentially for this contract. You can also right click and go to trading, and you'll get both options now. We can also click on new order, and this will essentially open up an order ticket where we can specify all the exact parameters of the trade we'd like to place. Again, this functions very similar to a DOM, as you do get a somewhat interactive chart here, which is pretty nice because you can see the fluctuating price scales while you are focused on your order entry here. Heading back to our right click now, we can also activate one-click trading, which does activate these order buttons on the top. So you'll just simply need to specify the tick level or the price you'd like to buy or sell at, and then you get your buy and sell buttons accordingly. Going back to right click, we now have indicator lists and different various lists that we can actually apply to our chart. Now these can be applied once we have a template activated. And back to coding, templates can be utilized either through coding language or there are preset templates on this platform. We can take a look at some of the preset indicators and templates and different things that can be utilized through coding but are pre-built on this platform through the Enter tab. So as you can see, there are pre-built indicators, and they do get broken down into multiple indicators here. One great thing about the base version of MT5, which is again free for all users to download, is the base version comes preloaded with over 38 technical indicators, 44 analytical objects, 21 time frames, including a 1-minute history, and unlimited charts. Now, again, it is worth mentioning that data feeds are still required to utilize these features in real time, but all of the aforementioned features can be tested and used in a simulation environment beforehand, which is what we are currently utilizing right now. So keep in mind that these are the basic features of the platform, but they can all be utilized for free. And once again, additional indicators and features can be added on to enhance our platform through either the MT5 marketplace or the MQL5 coding base. So as I said, we can begin to customize our chart even more. As you can see, we can change the type of chart. So currently we have our chart on the screen, but if I'd like to, I can change this to a line chart. I can change it to candlesticks, or I can change it to the bar, which was the default chart that opened up. Again, as I mentioned, there are multiple time frames we can configure our chart to set. And again, we have templates. Now again, many templates can be purchased on the MT5 marketplace, or they can be utilized by the default templates on this platform. Again, the ADX lines that I've just applied are a default indicator per se, or a default template. And once I have my template applied, I can now gain access to my indicator list. And in the case of the ADX lines I've applied, this is actually a combination of two indicators. So that is essentially how templates function. You can create a template when you are utilizing multiple indicators at a time. This template can then be used to essentially quick apply it to any new chart that is open up on the platform. Other than that, at least for charts, there are a couple more options. Here we can dock our chart, which it is currently on right now. There is a grid function, which was currently activated as well. As you can see here, when they are activated, there is a little indent of a square next to the feature. So as you can see, all my charting features are activated currently. As you can see, I have deactivated auto scroll. In the highlighted blue box around my feature does get disabled. There are volumes and tick volumes as well. If you'd like to, you can utilize the context menu, which is the right click, to zoom in and out of our chart. There is a step-by-step feature. We can save this chart as a picture if we'd like to upload it to any form. And then we can access properties to change things once again, such as chart styling, chart colors, what is displayed on our chart, and how our ticks are scaled. So based off of what you've seen so far, MT5 is a very user-friendly and a highly customizable trading platform. Now there are a few more features that I would like to touch on. So next up, we do have, going back to our dome here, as I mentioned previously, there is a chart attached to our dome. If you'd like, you can simply right click and then disable the chart. This will essentially leave you with the typical dome that you might find on many other trading platforms. Again, this can be activated or deactivated by simply right clicking and then left clicking on chart. You can also link your dome right here to any active charts on the screen. So if you are the type of trader to utilize both chart trading and the dome, it is highly suggested that you link your active dome here to the active chart on your screen. If traders don't wish to use a dome, they can access trading in various other locations. Another location to trade directly from is the market watch list here. This time we'll just need to simply highlight the contract that we'd like to trade. For right now, we have the US dollar versus Japanese yen. And then I can head over to trading tab here and I can trade directly through here. I can also gain some details about the US dollar versus Japanese yen. And I can also see a mini chart from here as well. So as you can see, there actually isn't even a reason, unless you perform analytical research through your charts. All trading and charting can actually be done directly through the market watch board. This is a great feature that's built in, and we typically notice that many traders don't utilize it in the way it should be used. So for future reference, this is a great widget that should be utilized to the maximum of its potential. Now, a few other things that I would like to mention. We can add symbols or show our new symbol list through the show symbol list button here. We can manage different profiles. So for example, if there are multiple contracts that we do trade and we would like to have a dome in the chart for each of those contracts, we can create one here in the profile menu, save the profile, and then swap back and forth as we currently have right now. Once again, you can insert in all indicators, objects, experts, and scripts through the insert menu. These can be applied to different charts in various widgets on this platform. Heading back to charts, this is essentially the same menu as we get when we right click a chart. Now into tools. This is another location in which orders can be placed. We also have the MetaQuotes language editor, which can be accessed directly through the MetaQuotes language editor button here. Again, this can be utilized when downloading codes such as the one shown here. You can download it directly to MetaEditor and then go and backtest your code before simulating it in the live environment. We can also access global variables as well as a MetaQuotes language base here. We can access any profile or platform options within the options menu. And I have already shown you the help menu. One of the last things I would like to touch on here is the bottom bar located at the bottom of our screen. Now this toolbar is extremely helpful. For one, we do get an entire journal per se, or a log of all activity on our trading platform here. So this will show you, as you can see, when I've enabled any sort of setting, or even when I place a trade. You'll get an entire backlog of messages. That way you can always stay on top of the work you've been doing. If we click on the trade tab right here, we'll get our account balance, our equity, and our margin levels. Once you begin to place trades, you'll see all the trades populate in here as well. This can be also viewed under the history tab. We can see our exposure and the exposure to our account, and this relates to the current account balance related to the trades we have placed and how our account's currently doing. There is a news feature as well, which can have news articles imported directly into our MetaTrader 5 platform. There is a mailbox, which is related to any information on your trading account. And then as you can see, there are various other tabs here that can be utilized to either gain insightful information related to the platform, coding, or just trading in general. We have alerts that can be set up and can be coded as well as different signals and indicators that can indicate to us when to make the right trading decision. Again, this platform is extremely customizable and is very oriented around the MQ05 coding language. This is a great platform for new traders and advanced traders alike. And all of the coding language can be utilized due to the friendly nature of the MQ05 coding base and forums. So even if you are a bit intimidated due to the coding, feel free to reach out to some of the users there to gain some insightful information on how the coding languages can influence and improve your trading method. Here at Optimus Forex, we really like the MetaTrader 5 trading platform. Like I've mentioned before, it's a pretty simple platform. It's very self-explanatory and highly customizable. You can manipulate it to do the things you want to do, and you can avoid all the extra fluff. Now, what may be fluff to you may be crucial to some of the other traders out there. So again, there are just an extreme and essentially unlimited possibilities that traders can use in this platform to make it their own. And for that reason, we'd suggest to try out MetaTrader 5. Again, the base version is absolutely free, and it comes preloaded with over 38 technical indicators, 44 analytical objects, and 21 different time frames that can be utilized. The base platform provides candlesticks, lines, and bar charts with time ranges ranging from a tick window to 1 minute to 1 monthly time frames. And users, as I mentioned before, can have multiple time charts linked by either symbol or the dome, all linked to one another so they do work in unison. But that just about wraps it up for this video, guys. I will be providing a direct link to MetaTrader 5, which can be downloaded directly through that link. So if you are interested in MetaTrader 5, feel free to check out that link in the description below. Once again, thank you.